Am I centered? Probably not. Hello Internet, my name is Vic. So I know I missed last month's update video. I do apologize about that, but I've been going through some personal stuff. Um, Not really going to go into detail. I'm okay. You know, that's what matters. So, I had to relocate. Again, personal, not going to get into it. But I want to apologize for missing that video. You can find all of my picture updates and vocal updates on my Instagram. It's Sigburns. I'll leave a link below. I do update Instagram more frequent than YouTube lately. I just haven't really been on YouTube as much. But again, personal things are going on, so. But I do want to do my update video on 7 months. I want to get back into the routine of making a month or monthly update videos. So, I'm going to start with the physical because that's pretty simple. Because not much has changed. But since I missed my 6-month video, I do want to do like a recap on being half a year and a month on testosterone. So, bear with me while I go through the physicals. Nothing's changed with my hairline. I don't really think anything has changed with like my face shape. But then again, I could be wrong because I do look at my face every day in the mirror. So, there's that. I've gotten more facial hair, and you're not going to be able to see it in this lighting, but I have chin hair all the way across, and it's longer. It sticks out more. Sideburns are coming in darker. Mustache is coming in a bit thicker and darker. Again, there's a plane. For more accurate pictures, or just pictures where you can actually tell, check out my Instagram. My facial hair is dark, but it's not thick enough to where you can like see it on camera as well. It's more like a shadow, but it's really prominent under here. Just doing that, I feel a lot of hair. And the lighting's not the best right now. It's cloudy. So, there's that. My voice is deeper still. I did my vocal pitch analyzer or whatever, and it's the deepest it's ever been. So it's continuously dropping. My Adam's apple is definitely prominent now. Again, I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but there's that. Shoulders are still broad. I don't really know if they've broadened out. As far as my weight, I lost some weight because I wasn't eating as much, but I'm gaining it back now. So I think I'm still kind of fluctuating in the 150 area. Body hair. So my stomach is hairy now. Like, it's not just a happy trail. It's like coming in on the sides or on my belly button. So that's that. Bottom growth is continuing to happen. I missed a shot and I was late on a shot. So I did have some spotting with my menstruation, but that's back under control now. So that's good. I'm doing my own shots now, so it was scary at first, but I feel like that's something that I need to be able to do on my own. So I've been doing my own shots. My dose is my next refill on my prescription, it's going up. Going from 3.75 to 4. I don't really know like the exact, it's 1 liter on the, not liter, wow. It's 1 milliliter on the syringe. So that's the highest dose that Planned Parenthood will let me go to. So I'm comfortable with that. I'm completely cool with that. So I'll be getting that for my next dose. I think I have 1 more shot left of my 3.75. I didn't want to just jump right up into that. I wanted to work my way up into it gradually because I wanted the changes to be, I didn't want my levels to be all weird. So there's that. As far as like my leg hair, my thighs are completely hairy now. They pretty much match my calves. It's coming in on the top and it's coming in like on my inner thighs really long. And then my leg hair is still, thick. My veins are more prominent everywhere. I have this vein. can't really see it right now, but it's becoming more prominent in my head. And I just cut my hair, but when my hair is like the same length all around, you can't really see it much. But with my head shaved, you can actually see there's a vein that kind of bulges out of my head. Looks like I'm always angry, but I'm not. So those are the physical things that I've noticed that have progressed more. So there's that. But I really, 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 really want to touch on the mental aspect now and the emotional aspect now. So I've been out for 4 years, and for most of my transition, I was very focused on the fact that I'm a trans man. In fact, that's literally the focus that I had. Anytime I would have a conversation with anybody, it would be about me being trans. Anytime, anything. I would watch videos on YouTube constantly about other people's transitions, trans issues, etc. It's important to be educated on trans issues. And then, you know, it's fun to keep up with other people's transition and see their changes and stuff. But I found that it was very taxing on my mentality. I would often compare myself to others, which is hard not to do because, you know, you want to compare, but you shouldn't, because everybody's genetics are different, everybody reacts differently to hormones, so it's not like my journey or my transition is going to be exactly like another person's. Everyone's different. So I've really been trying to focus on learning about myself. I have other traits. There are other things about me that make me me, not just being trans. I like to read. I like to write. I like being outside. I like, you know, taking hikes and stuff. I don't really do that much anymore. I kind of lost touch with that. I like to listen to music. I like to go to concerts. I enjoy singing, even though I suck at it now. I can't hit the notes that I used to be able to hit, but I'm finding my range. I love working. That's something that I've actually gotten back into doing. I got a job, and I love it. And that's something that I really like to find my worth with, is my work. Not just for the money, but for the fact that I feel accomplished for doing something. One of my main goals now is to fall in love with myself. Um, I'm always going to be here for myself, and I've lived, 27 years. I'll be 28 in October, so 28 years, almost. And most of my life I spent focusing on negative, living in that self-deprecating humor mindset, living in that I'll never be good enough mindset. I do have depression and anxiety, so some of those things are kind of like wired into my brain, but I don't need to be so focused on those things. I need to enjoy the little things in life and try and be more positive. This world is full of negativity. It's full of people who want to hate on you for no reason, people who call out your flaws. There are things that need to be addressed sometimes. If you have toxic traits or you're exhibiting things that negatively affect others, it's good to have those things pointed out about you so you can work to change them and to better them. There's some things about, each individual person that they can't change. That's just their character flaw. But there are some things that can be changed and can be worked on. And those are the things that I've been trying to work on. I've been trying to be more independent. I've been trying to focus on, bettering myself and, being okay with being by myself. I don't always have to have somebody there to hold my hand. I do have social anxiety and anxiety in general, so sometimes talking to people is hard for me. The internet has always been an outlet for me. I've always enjoyed making YouTube videos. I don't know why. Some people are kind of confused about that because it's like, okay, why are you so comfortable with talking to a bunch of strangers on the internet that you don't know, putting yourself out there and letting people like judge you or see like your emotions exposed and out there for the world to see, but when you go out in public and you're physically in front of people, you freak out? I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I was more comfortable with the real world other than the internet. But the internet, I think it's easier to hide behind a screen. You can always exit the app. You can always choose not to read the negative comments. You can always choose to not focus so much on everything. So I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to switch my focus from, you know, the negative stuff on the internet to enjoying life and things around me and the people that are around me and people who care about me and love me. I've been trying to focus on that, and that's important because there are people who want to see me succeed. There are people who want to see me do good for myself, and I need to stop focusing on the negative aspects of everything. But it's hard sometimes because I do have that depression. I do have that nagging thing in the back of my head that says, you'll never be good enough. You'll never be enough for anyone. I'm enough for me. And that's what I really need to do. I need to become comfortable with who I am all the way through, not just my gender identity or my sexual preference, but everything about me. Not just, what society wants to see me as, not just as what so-and-so wants to see me as, but who I feel that I should be. A lot of this may sound selfish, and I struggled a lot with that. I didn't want to be selfish. I didn't want to put myself first because I always felt like putting others first was more important. It's not. You've got to put yourself first because nobody else is going to. People will flake out on you. People will disappoint you. But that's okay. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't focus on one person all the time. It's not healthy. So, I've learned a lot, and it took a lot of pushing from the people who love me and care about me. It did. There were things that I was beginning to do that were unhealthy. So, I've taken those things into consideration. I've stopped trying to defend myself and accepted the fact that I do struggle in some of these areas. What do? I work on fixing them. I don't just sit back and go, this is my thorn in my side, or this is my flaw. I can't do anything about it. Woe is me. I've stopped having that mindset because in reality, that kind of mindset can damage you. It can stop you from progressing in life. It can hold you back. And we're not promised tomorrow. No one's promised tomorrow. I could get struck by lightning. Is it likely? Not really, but anything could happen. I could die in my sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow. I could get in a car accident. But those things don't keep me from going out and trying to make something of myself and trying to broaden my horizons. The job I just got, they offer a program where I can get my diploma for free. I never got my diploma because I was pulled out of high school. Do I hold that over my parents? No. I've learned to let go of that. Was it the best decision on their part? No. But it happened. It happened 10 years ago. For me to hold on to that and just let that define and stop me from getting my education is stupid. Why would I let something that happened 10 years ago stop me from pursuing to at least get my diploma? I shouldn't. Bad things happen sometimes. Sometimes things happen that are out of our control. And that's okay. Because we can't control everything. The only thing that we can control is how we react, what we say, and what we do. The only thing we're in control of is us, individually. You don't control me. I don't control you. But you control yourself, and I control myself. And sometimes you may feel like you're out of control, and things are completely going wrong. And it's almost like when you have this mindset where you want to be positive, and you want to pursue the things that make you happy, and you want to find the little things in life that cheer you up or make you feel good. It seems like life wants to just throw constant negativity towards you. And that's okay. Because those things are almost like a test. They're to, wow, it's like I'm talking about all this positive stuff, and it's like, oh, the light is being shined in my eyes, and it's kind of, gotta love it. But yeah, so the main thing that I wanted to say is, that's a bad angle. Hold on. Okay, well, I guess that's just gonna be the rest of the video, is me squinting. Awesome. So the main thing that I wanted to say is I'm working on changing my perspective of life. I'm working on bettering myself, and wow, that's another thing, sorry. Another change I wanted to talk about is oily skin and acne. So I'm getting acne on my shoulders now, and my skin on my face is oily, and there's like acne like waiting to come out from underneath my skin. But I keep using this facial scrub that's been helping it from like emerging. But it's still kind of difficult. And my skin is getting more oily, and I'm getting more like hot flashes or like temperature changes. I get really hot in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. I'll wake up sweating. I also get really hot just at random points in the middle of the day, and then it goes away. So that's just kind of something I've been dealing with. Hold on. This is not working. No, this is working. I tried. I'm about to relocate completely. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. This isn't even technical. This is like nature difficulties. But that's alright. I enjoy nature too much to be mad at it. Okay. We're relocating. Ugh. We've relocated. Wow, that is so much better. Why didn't I do that before? I don't know. But yeah, so like my skin has been more oily, and I've gotten like my cheeks will be red. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's acne. I don't know if that's just like rosacea that I've developed. I don't know what it is, but it's there. So my cheeks are like more red now. Maybe it's just like my body heat. I don't know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So what I really wanted to like say is it's okay to have these setbacks. It's okay to have these moments of I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to get better. It will. It will. Time can be stressful because you don't know. You don't know what the future holds. You don't know what's going to happen. And it can be overwhelming. Sometimes you can get that fear of, will my life ever be the same again? Or, you know, will I ever get the chance to prove myself to someone again? Or will I ever have, you know, this opportunity again? Or, you know, I thought everything was going great, and then all of a sudden it's not, and I don't know what to do. Everything is just like all over the place. It's okay. It's okay. That's life. Life is unpredictable. There's always going to be something that happens that kind of sets you back. But it's important to not let that be your downfall, and to not just throw your hands up, throw in the towel, it's done and over with. You've got to keep pushing. You've got to keep fighting, because it will pass. It'll get better. You know, we don't just have smooth sailing through life. Would that be nice? Absolutely. Would it be good to go through life without trials and tribulations and, you know, storms? Sure, it would be great, but that's not how it goes, and that's not realistic to expect it to be that way. So, I know this may seem weird coming from me, especially to those of you who know me personally, or who have been following me for a while on YouTube or social media, because I've always been that self-deprecating, negative, you know, dark, you know, person who just doesn't see the positive, and who just, you know, accepts that life is crap. But it's not. It's really not. It's important to actually be able to sit back and see that not everything is closing in on you. Sometimes, you know, doors will be closed just so other ones can be open. And I know all of this sounds like super cliche, and it's all like the sayings you see online, the positive sayings like, one door doesn't get closed so another one doesn't open, or, you know, like, there's always a silver lining, or, you know, but these positive recurring phrases or stereotypes or, you know, cliche things are said because they're true. You know, um, if you have like a negative perspective on life, you're gonna just see the negative. But if you have a hopeful, positive outlook on life, you're gonna see the positives in the midst of the negatives. Of course, there's gonna be negatives, but there's also little things that make life worth living. You know, people are temperamental. They're gonna feel positive one day, the next day they may feel negative. They'll be happy one minute, the next minute they'll be sad. Some people suffer with bipolar, so they switch like that, and that's harder for them. But everyone goes through, moments in life where they feel like they're in a slump and they don't know which way's up, or a rut, and they feel like every day is the same and it's not getting better. But trust me, it will. It will. And I've had a lot of back and forth, and I've had a lot of help from friends to get that positive mindset and get back on that horse and just continue to go. Because I did have my moments where I was just depressed and all I wanted to do was sleep and just stay in bed and feel sorry for myself and just wonder what I did wrong or where I went wrong. But in reality, it's okay. It's okay to have, setbacks, because then the comeback is just as strong. It's okay to have moments of confusion, because the moments of clarity are coming. You just have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with life. You have to be patient and know that things are going to work out the way that they need to work out. And it's okay to struggle. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to feel like there's nowhere to go. But you can't go up if you don't go down first. You can't. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to climb back out. But you don't want to stay there. You don't want to dwell on it. You don't want to become so consumed with it that you refuse to see any good. You've got to keep fighting. You've got to keep pushing. I've been suicidal in the past. I've had thoughts of hurting myself. And I used to hurt myself a lot. But I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of reaping the same benefits. They're not really benefits, but reaping the same outcome. But it's hard to expect a different outcome when you don't change what you're doing. You don't change how you view things. You don't change your perspective. And it's hard. Sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you don't really know what to do with it. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to take a moment and recollect yourself and figure things out as you go. It's all right, because we're all doing that. We're all on a journey. We're all in separate stages of our journey. Some of us have been through a lot more than others at a younger age or different times in our life. And some of us have been through things that no one will ever go through. But you don't really need to compare your journey to others. Now, is it good to do that? Sometimes. Sometimes it's good to talk to others about similar experiences you've been through, similar traumas you've been through. It's nice to be able to relate to people, especially with trauma or, things that you've been through that have shaped you into who you are, but they weren't exactly the best things to go through, for mentality purposes. And it's nice to be able to find those connections with people and be able to talk to people about sensitive subjects. But those connections, and because you went through the same trauma, because you went through the same negativity, because you went through those things, that doesn't always mean you're compatible to spend the rest of your life with that person or to date that person. And that was a lot of my flaw, is I always wanted to date people who were equally as broken or damaged as me or worse. And usually that doesn't really work out too well, because if you're both still stuck in that mindset of like, life is crap, it's never going to get better, we're just going to die together miserable, it's not going to be a pleasurable experience. And this, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus here. I'm really not. Everyone grows at different paces. I'm sure that all my exes have grown and changed in ways that have bettered themselves, and we just weren't meant to be together. And that's okay, There's rare occurrences where I can maintain friendships with exes. But I've done that with the people that I care about. And I've been able to, swallow my pride and let go of my hurt to be able to maintain friendships with people that I dated in the past. And even with like friends that I had in the past and we may have had a falling out, I've been able to be the bigger person and apologize. And sometimes friendships just don't work out, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to be enemies, you know, but you can agree that maybe being friends isn't the best thing for you at the time. But that doesn't mean that you should harbor any like hate or hard feelings toward people, because sometimes you grow and change and those people don't grow and change with you, or they grow and change in different ways and you have to separate, and that's fine. But I don't really believe in holding things over people anymore. I used to. I used to love keeping accounts of how people did me wrong, or I thought people did me wrong, but in reality I did them wrong, or I was the toxic one, but I never wanted to be the toxic one. I always wanted to be the victim. I always wanted, hey, feel sorry for me. Hey, I was hurt. But that's not the good way to live. I mean, really, it's not. There's two sides to everything. And I'm not perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. Quoting a tattoo on my body. That's great. But perfection doesn't exist. We're all human. We all struggle. Different parts of us struggle with different things, but we all do struggle. We all are going through life blindly, really. We learn from our experiences, we learn from our mistakes, and we learn from those things that, hurt us. But if we don't apply them to our lives and we don't work to change the things that, were negative about us or that weren't that great, we're never going to be better. We're always going to be stuck with the same results because we keep doing the same thing over and over. So for me, I had like this big epiphany where I don't want the same results. I want to be a better person, not only for others, but for me. And it's okay. Sorry, I'm like burping. But it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to cut off some people. Maybe this isn't the right time in your life to be friends with that person. Or maybe it's not the right time in your life to date that person, and that's okay. Maybe down the road, we can have a friendship or a relationship. But right now, it's not the best, and that's okay. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, was becoming independent and being okay with not having somebody by my side at all times. Because that's a lot of weight to put on another person. It is. And I know I said I wasn't really going to talk about my personal thing that's been going on, but that's basically what's been going on. But do I harbor any hard feelings? Absolutely not. Do I still love and care for that person? Absolutely. Do I wish that things would have worked out better? Yeah, I do. But do I dwell in that, and do I beat myself up over that, and do I think, oh God, this is my fault, woe is me, I'm the victim? No. Because it was better for us to break up. It was better for us to, kind of do our own thing and get ourselves back together. And maybe in the future we can start something again and try and work towards being better for, us as a relationship. But maybe it'll never work out, and that's okay. I don't want to lose her, and I don't want to lose our bond, but sometimes it's good to step back for the both of us. So that's really what happened, if any of you were wondering. I know I didn't have to share that, but I felt that I needed to. So there it is. As far as, my transition goes, I'm still going for it, but I'm not going to be as, like, every single day, like, okay, I'm trans, I'm trans, I'm trans. No. Yes, that is a part of me, but that is not my entire existence. There are other things about me, and I'm relearning things about myself, and I'm learning what I like and what I don't like. So, have hormones affected me this way? No. I don't think hormones had anything to do with this. This is me. This is who I am. So, have hormones affected my mentality? Kind of. Have they affected my emotions? Absolutely. But in reality, it's not the hormones. It's me growing and changing as a person, and me getting older and learning life, and learning how to take away and build and grow. rather than take away and just dwell and be sad and wish that things were different. I can change things. I can make things better for myself, or I can make things worse for myself. And I've spent too many years of my life making things worse for myself when I could have been making things better. So here's to making things better, and here's to a brighter and better future. And I hope that some of the things that I've said in this video have inspired you to maybe kind of take a look at yourself and see, what things you could be changing or what things you could be doing to help make life worth living and help make life a little bit more enjoyable. Take a look at the simple things, and remember, it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to feel discouraged, and it's okay to be down, but don't dwell there. Don't make it a point to go out of your way to spend your life there, because nothing good will come of it. And we all want what's best for ourselves. So try and focus on working on things that are going to make you better for yourself. And stay strong. But again, that's my 7-month update. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be sure to continuously be updating on more of a regular basis. Again, if you want to see pictures of my facial hair or my body, well, not like too much, but you know what I mean, like body comparison, face comparison, voice comparison, and you want to keep up with that on a more frequent level, feel free to follow my Instagram, SigBurns. Again, I'll put it down below. And have a great day, and stay positive, because it's worth it in the end. Have a good one.